Hey guys, welcome to the video today. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to clean the filter and pre-filter and the dust bowl on this Black & Decker Dustbuster. And this is the quick clean version. I think that's the model. It's called quick clean. But before we begin, make sure that you're wearing the proper safety equipment and take all safety precautions. And make sure that you've read through all of the information on the packaging and any information that came inside of the packaging before you try this. You also want to make sure that your Dustbuster is both turned off and not charging. This Dustbuster has a built-in battery, so you want to make sure that your Dustbuster is both turned off and not charging. You also want to be careful during this process because there are pinch points throughout this process. Okay, so this is the dust bowl. I'm going to call this the handle side of the Dustbuster because it has a handle here. I'm going to hold on to each side of the Dustbuster, and you want to do this however it's most comfortable for you. And then there's an empty button right here. You can press the empty button with your thumb or with your finger, however it's most comfortable for you. And I'm just going to separate the two sides of the Dustbuster. I'm going to set the handle side down, and then I'm going to show you, here's the dust bowl side. And this is the filter and pre-filter. This side up here, this is where I find it easier to just lift the filter and pre-filter out of the dust bowl and just remove it from the dust bowl like this. And then here's the filter and pre-filter. And right here, there are two arrows. There's one on the filter and then one on the pre-filter. And I'm going to hold on to the filter. So I'm just going to turn the pre-filter away from this plastic piece here on the filter. Away from this plastic piece on the filter. Just like that. And then I can remove the pre-filter and the filter. Okay, it talks about in the instruction manual that the dust bowl, the pre-filter, and the filter can be washed in warm, soapy water. And if you do that, you want to make sure that everything is completely dry before you put them back together, because you don't want any issues with like a dangerous situation, with any of these still being wet, because this is a dry Dustbuster. It's not okay to pick up anything liquid. So you want to make sure that everything's completely dry for safety reasons, and also to prevent any mold issues. Okay, so you do not want to clean the handle side of the Dustbuster with anything wet. You do not want to get anything wet on the handle side of the Dustbuster. Okay, so once the filter, the pre-filter, and the dust bowl are completely dry, they can be reassembled. And with the filter, like over time as this goes bad, you can just, buy a new one and replace as needed. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to put everything back together once it's dry. So I'm going to place the pre-filter over the filter, and I'm just getting the arrow near this arrow. Just like this. Here's what all the sides look like. I'm making sure that the pre-filter is flat against the filter, and then I'm going to start turning that arrow towards the other arrow until it's secured into place. So we can see that those two, I'll show you here, the two arrows. Okay, so the arrow on the filter and then the arrow on the pre-filter are lined up now. And if you look, the pre-filter, goes underneath the plastic parts on the filter. So you just want to make sure that those are secured into place. Okay, and then when that's done, I'm going to place the filter and pre-filter back into the dust bowl. If you look on the dust bowl right here, there's a plastic piece sticking out. So when I place and you want to make sure that you put the filter in the correct direction. If you try to put it in the wrong direction, it should not fit. So just make sure that you put it in the right direction. And what I did is I placed this side of the filter and pre-filter in first, just behind that plastic piece on the dust bowl. And then I'm going to push this side of the filter and pre-filter down until it's secured into place. And I'm just going to make sure that the whole filter and pre-filter is secured into place. And then I want to show you on this side too. So on this side of the dust bowl, there are two plastic pieces. There's one right there and one right there. Let me just show you. So there's one right there and one right there that the filter and pre-filter need to go behind. Okay, so I'm just making sure that the filter and pre-filter are secured all the way into place. And now I'm going to line up the dust bowl side of the Dustbuster with the handle side of the Dustbuster. I'm going to put the side that's facing down on first. I want to show you the bottom of the Dustbuster here. There's a place where the dust bowl side of the Dustbuster clips onto the bottom handle side of the Dustbuster. So you want to make sure that that is secured into place. So I'm placing that bottom side on first, and then I'm moving the top part, and you just want to watch as you do this because you want to make sure it secures into place. I'm moving the top part of the dust bowl side onto the handle side until it clips into place. And then you just want to make sure that the dust bowl is secured all the way into place onto the handle side of the Dustbuster. Here's what the bottom looks like. Right here, you want to make sure that it's clipped into place. And then where the empty button is, you want to make sure it's clipped into place. So, all right, guys, I hope that this video was helpful, and thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.